What's going on YouTube? Today we are doing a chest exercise tier list, running through some of my favorite and my least favorite chest exercises. Here are my credentials. Chest is one of my strong points, so hopefully I can give you guys a bit of advice on what to implement into your programs. Now starting off, one of my absolute favorites, definitely an S tier exercise, the pec fly. In my opinion, you get the most engagement out of your chest, and it's also got a lot of stability with that backrest there. So definitely S tier. I think personally my favorite out of every single exercise. I'll be surprised if any of these other ones will be able to beat it. Next, we got our push-up. Now, starting out, great for many lifters, but you get to a point where push-ups really don't be hitting it anymore. I personally use push-ups for a warm-up now. I can hit, I think, 58 straight without any rests very easily. So that's gonna go in a B tier. It's not bad, but it's not good. It sits there, it's a good staple for a warm-up, or if you're just starting out lifting and you don't have weights, push-ups are great. But in terms of aesthetics and getting absolutely jacked, push-ups aren't gonna get you that far. All right, now whatever the fuck this kid's doing, look at him, doing floor presses. I've seen like maximum 2 or 3 people do this exercise. Definitely don't recommend. You can't get your dumbbells all the way below in line with your chest because you want that full stretch on your chest. So it's not great. I'm gonna pop it in D tier because there's a reason why not many people do it, because it's absolute shit. Oh, and another shitter right after that, got our fucking decline bench press. Fucking hate it. Anyone I see doing this exercise, it's basically pointless. Fucking do a high to low cable row if you want to hit your lower chest, or do some dips, you know? Like, it's really unstable. Your shoulder's weakest position is when your arms are abducted and externally rotated. And that's forcing you to do that because the gravity is pushing you out and pushing you beyond that. So it's a really high shoulder exercise, and it's why you can't move as much weight when you do decline and then you go to a flat bench, because it's predominantly forcing your shoulder to try and stay stable because your ligaments are fucked in that position. So I wouldn't recommend it. I'm gonna pop it in D tier. All right, next we got standard bench press. Fucking love it. A tier, easy A tier. For hypertrophy, not ideal. Is it fun? Yes. Does it engage your chest? Yes. My bench max is 115, by the way, if anyone was wondering. That rep that I did of 115 took me ages. It was literally like a 20-second rep of me just holding the weight, shaking and trying to get it up. Fuck, we got shitter after shitter. Close grip dumbbell press. Now some fuckers say that this works your inner chest, the middle chest here. Bullshit. The chest fibers come up from your greater trochanter and they come into the middle where your sternum is, all right? There's no fucking individual section that stops here and then a new fiber starts here. The chest doesn't work like that, so you can't fucking work your inner chest. So that's going in D tier. This one's not too bad. I actually kind of like it. It was a staple for me in the beginning years of my training. I found that there are better exercises out there like incline press that you can do for your upper chest, but it's not a bad one. It's not bad. So I think it's gonna be the first one in C tier for me. All right, archer push-ups. This is a good variation if you do wanna make the normal push-up a little bit harder for yourself. So I'm gonna pop it in B tier. All right, our cable fly. Now for me, I've kind of gone away from doing cable flies just because I love the pec deck so much. That's why that bitch sits in S tier. But cable fly is not too bad. Only problem is that there you don't have as much stability as you would in the pec deck because you have to embrace your core split stance trying to hold your body still. But with the pec deck, you're able to stay supported with the backrest, so you don't have to engage your core as much. So I'm gonna put it in A tier. I think it deserves A tier, that one. All right, our dips. So dips, kind of a tricep exercise, kind of a chest exercise. It does depend how you set it up, whether you're looking to lean forward for your chest or if you're going completely vertical, it works more your triceps. I'm gonna give it B tier. I think it's a good exercise that you can introduce into your program. If you wanna work your lower chest, do that instead of your decline bench press. So B tier is where that one will go. Now, dumbbell flies. For me, this is personally my least favorite variation of the fly exercise when we're comparing the pec deck and the cable fly. I'm gonna put that in C tier with our landmine press. Another beautiful exercise, incline dumbbell press. Now, this dickhead in this picture has got his elbows all the way out. I would recommend you tuck your elbows in a little bit more, but a really good exercise. One of my personal favorites. It's not as good as pec deck for me, but I definitely recommend it. Okay, now, I don't know what this dickhead's doing. He's doing fucking ring dips. If you're some calisthenics athlete, that's gonna look kind of mad. But for the average lifter like me, who's just looking for hypertrophy and bodybuilding purposes, you just look wacky doing it. Look, with this one, it's quite unstable compared to your standard dip. So I'm gonna pop it in C tier. Smith bench press. Okay, I reckon this is pretty good. I see a lot of people starting to introduce it into their programs now in the gym. It's really good because it's got that guided path. I'm gonna pop it in A tier with our normal bench press. And finally, our machine chest press. This is a really good exercise because of the amount of stability you've got, working that flat position as if you were doing a standard bench press, but in this case here, you've got that guided path. So I'm gonna pop it in B tier. It's good exercise, not one of my favorites just because there's other things that I prefer to do. But yeah, guys, that is my rankings for chest exercises. Appreciate you guys. Hope this helps with your programming. I'll see you in the next video.